Bringing you the latest news from Bucks County, this is the Courier Times Update with Rachel Cannelli.
This Courier Times Update is brought to you by St. Mary Medical Center in Langhorne, PA. It's your health. Expect more. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Rachel Cannelli reporting from the Courier Times newsroom with your news update on this Tuesday, April 23rd. 3 men are in Bucks County Prison on $1 million bail each after Bristol Township Police foiled an alleged kidnapping plot Monday. Police say Orlando McNeil of Bristol Township recruited Dennis Redding and Deshaun Smith of Philadelphia to rob a Bristol Township man. The men allegedly held the victim and 6 others, including 3 children under the age of 5, hostage at gunpoint overnight. Police say they wanted $80,000 from the victim's recent inheritance. Their plot was foiled by a bank teller who notified police after the victim told the teller what was happening. And now the men are facing kidnapping, robbery, and burglary charges.
They were waiting for the bank to open up, the PNC Bank in Bristol Borough. When the bank opened up, one of the victims went to the bank to withdraw $80,000. At that point, the bank was not going to release that. He was given $1,500. When we were alerted, we immediately went to the area. We were told that they were going back to Levittown Trace Apartments, the apartments in the area. We surrounded the area. We got involved in a foot chase. 3 subjects were taken into custody. 2 were caught in a foot chase, and 1 was still in the car, the driver of the car.
McNeil claims he intended to rob the man, but says he didn't know anything about the insurance payout. He was recently paroled from state prison, where he was serving 6 to 12 years for robbery and aggravated assault in 2005. Reporter Joe Chevalier has more details on this story at buckscountycouriertimes.com. A strange turn of events on Monday left Bucks County court watchers confused and wondering if a plea deal is in the works. But defense attorneys and prosecutors aren't talking. Accused killer Kenneth Patterson unexpectedly dropped more than a dozen pre-trial motions relating to an upcoming trial in the murder of Falls Township nurse Diane Corrado. The court had been expected to hear testimony on complaints that police violated Patterson's rights and whether jurors could see potentially disturbing crime scene photos and videos. Patterson is facing the death penalty if convicted in Corrado's 2010 kidnapping and death. Court reporter Lori Mason Schrader tells us in a story on our website that in similar cases in Bucks County, prosecutors dropped the death penalty in exchange for a murder suspect revealing where the victim's body is hidden. Meanwhile, testimony begins today in Bucks County Court in the case of a Philadelphia man accused of rape and sexual trafficking. Enoch Smith is charged with rape, sexual assault, and prostitution for allegedly raping a 19-year-old woman in December 2011 after she told him she didn't want to continue being a prostitute. Police say Smith used Ben Salem Motels and his mother's Philadelphia home to run his illegal business. He's also facing state and federal prostitution-related charges. Smith denies the charges. If convicted, he's facing more than 40 years in prison and a potential life sentence for the federal crimes. Reporter Lori Mason Schrader has that story online. For our Bucks County weather, it's cloudy and cool again with a high near 55. Tonight will be partly cloudy with a low around 42. Tomorrow will be warming up, but make sure you bring your umbrella with you. It will also be rainy with a high around 77. When we come back, how about a place where you can get an $8 haircut, a $5 style, or a $6 spa manicure? Video reporter Marion Callahan takes you there right when we come back.
Emergencies can be frightening, but now there's a whole new way to treat them. Fast. St. Mary's Emergency Department is designed to treat in minutes, not hours. Immediate assessment. Smarter, faster flow. Care that comes to you. Experts in heart, stroke, trauma, orthopedics, and pediatrics. The speed emergencies need. St. Mary Medical Center. It's your health. Expect more. Visit stmaryhealthcare.org.
For this week's Saving Bucks, our columnist Marion Callahan pays a visit to Empire Beauty School in Warminster. Marion, thanks for being here. I think people will be surprised at what they can get at this place for a bargain.
Oh, absolutely. It's not uncommon for women to walk into a beauty salon and drop $60 to $100 on getting their hair curled or colored or highlighted, which is a service that I was seeking. For highlights at Empire Beauty School, you're paying $22. That's significantly less than what you would see at a salon.
That's a great deal. And no offense, I'm sure these kids do an awesome job, but weren't you just a little nervous about putting your hair in the hands of students?
Yes, I was, but I was comforted by the fact that each of the students is guided, graded, and monitored by an instructor, a professional stylist. So I look at it as an adventure. I mean, and I walked out and I was very happy with that, what they were able to do.
Well, you look great, so let's check it out. Here's this week's Saving Bucks.
The attraction here is often the price. It's $5 for a wash and style, so we have a lot of ladies that come in once and twice a week just to have their hair washed and styled, or roller set. A haircut is only $8, so it's certainly affordable and easier to achieve than going to some of the high-end salons.
The expense is down, the instructors are here, and the students have reached a point where they're able to work on their own. It's a necessity factor. I just don't feel like I want to spend anywhere from $70 to $100 on my hair. There's other things I'd rather spend it on.
Marion, so what do you think?
I love it. I love it. You convinced me to take a risk and get some copper and blonde highlights. And, you know, this was definitely not a risk in coming here. It was an adventure. And I saved a lot of money and had a lot of fun along the way.
Have a Saving Bucks idea? You can email Marion at mcallahan@phillyburbs.com. In sports, Philadelphia Phillies right-handed pitcher Jonathan Pettibone had his major league debut last night during the team's 3-2 win over Pittsburgh at Citizens Bank Park. Our sports writer Kevin Cooney was there and talked to Pettibone about his big night.
Once I got on the mound, you know, first couple innings, nerves were going a little bit, and then once I kind of settled down, kind of got into a nice little rhythm and went from there. That was kind of the game plan, was kind of just being aggressive. I didn't want to kind of really pick around, you know, the strike zone. Kind of wanted to get ahead of guys, go after guys. So, I mean, that was the game plan. So I was just gonna pitch to my strengths and kind of go after these guys, and whatever happened to happen.
You can see Kevin's Phillies coverage at buckscountycouriertimes.com or follow him on Twitter at Kevin Cooney. Turning to golf, one of the sport's major championships is coming to our area in June. The century-old Marion Golf Club in Ardmore will host the U.S. Open, and our video reporter Jen Wielgus was there as the media got a tour of the East Course.
The 2013 Open will be held June 13th to the 16th on Marion's East Course, which is famous for the pins topped by wicker baskets. Where on the East Course can fans catch the most drama?
Well, there are several places, anywhere in the back 5, so holes 14 through 18. And I think if they can get anywhere up on holes 2, 3, 5 greens, 6, 7, and 8, I think that's a phenomenal area to watch. So if they can get somewhere near the 3rd hole, they'll be able to see a lot of the action.
Which hole will be the most challenging for the golfers?
Hole number 5, no question, would be the one that challenges them. It's got, you know, hazard down the left-hand side, a green that's severely sloped, and a tee shot that's going to require, you know, a tremendous amount of distance and precision.
It's the 5th time in club history that the Marion Golf Club will host the Open, the first time since 1981. You can see updates on that story on our website. Now here's a look at what we're working on in the newsroom. Hearings are scheduled today for 6 family members in connection with an armed robbery of a Bristol Township teen in February. Reporter Joe Chevalier will be covering. Joe will also be in court when school administrators in the Ben Salem theft and ghost employee case have their preliminary hearings. And finally, the top teen volunteer in the county will be named during a YWCA ceremony tonight. Reporter Joan Hellier will tell you who it is. You can find all of these stories and, of course, updates on your latest local news at buckscountycouriertimes.com. I'm Rachel Kennelly. Thanks for watching and have a happy Tuesday.